So welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. And in today's video we are taking a second look at this little prybar adapter from Laser. This is designed to go onto 3/8 drives, either breaker or knuckle bars I intended to use with it. However, due to the way the head is designed on this, it won't stay on a standard breaker bar. You see the ball detent there, kind of lines up with the cutout, and as soon as you try to use it, it just drops straight off. So I guess you could use it with a bit of care, but a lot of the jobs that I work on, I'm up high, so I didn't really want to utilise that if it gets dropped or get lost or land on top of somebody or something like that. So what I tried to do was take another breaker bar and install a magnet into the head of it. Now when I did try to do this, I originally bought a 5mm diameter magnet that's 10mm long, this particular one. Not sure how well you'll be able to see that, whether it's focused or not, or I might take a picture. And when you've got the 10mm there, this then doesn't actually fit into, once it goes into that, it will stop a socket or this prybar indeed going on. You can see I can't actually get the other part of the caliper in there. Same with standard 3/8 drive socket, it doesn't actually go. So what I ended up doing was getting some slightly different magnets. These are 5mm diameter again, but they are 3mm long, so it gives me an overall 9mm, which you can hopefully see just there. And now this will now fit into the prybar, so the prybar will go in. Same as a standard socket, that will go in as well, and that will work. However, it's not been overly successful. Put it on there, it does engage and stay on, but you can see it's immediately slipped down. It will kind of hold a little bit sometimes, but it's not the strongest. There is a bit of hold there. If you shake it about enough, it does come off. Same with a socket, especially a deep socket here that's quite heavy. Pretty much drops off straight away. Some of the lighter stuff does stay on a little bit better, but again, if you shake it around enough, give it a good jar, it does come out. I'm not sure what the adapter is I tell them to use. Again, it's not really worked that well, to be honest with you. That's no great shakes because you can get spare adapter heads for these. It's not a problem. So I can replace this with a standard head. And what I have now done is I've got some 3mm diameter magnets, these little fellows here, and what I plan to do is actually drill these in and mount them into the actual prybar head there. And this, situated like this does seem to hold on quite well. Quite what happened when I drilled them in and buried them in a little bit into the actual prybar head, I don't know. We'll just have to give it a go and see what happens. The only downside to this method, of course, is that I'm going to have to put magnet on either side of this, otherwise it will just drop off again. You're back to square one, won't you, if I don't put it on both sides, so you'll only be able to use the prybar in one way, which might hinder me a little bit. So I'm going to try and drill this and see if we can mount this magnet in here. This is hardened steel, as is the head on these, and to actually drill this out you do need cobalt drills. I've got a little set of Amazon, that's this little set here, and these have worked fine. Didn't have much hope for them, to be honest with you, but they've been fine, and they do actually come with a lifetime guarantee as well. If you damage a drill, you can send it away through fair wear and tear. I guess if you snapped it in half, they might not be so keen, and they will send you a replacement. So whether that works or not, I do not know, but they've done the job here. They've drilled this out okay, so hopefully they will drill this out, and I'll be able to see how successful we are with this methodology. We have our magnets installed. Hopefully you can see them there on the top corner there. Focus. There we go, and then side as well, another one installed. Now I have had to actually double these up, so there's 2 magnets installed in each side rather than just a single one, because it wasn't holding very well on these knuckle bars here. On the first one here, this is a standard, this is actually Micro Pro, it's from Amazon, but it's the same one as you get from Bergen, Sealy, US Pro. All these appear to be the same. And if you look, when we put it on there, there's actually a shoulder on the knuckle part, so you can see that it's actually held a bit of a gap in between the two. So whilst it does hold a little bit, you can really shake it off and it does come away. So you get away with it, but it's not an ideal solution. If I go back to the knuckle bar that's actually in my kit that I'm using, this is actually from Koken, a lot more expensive than the Micro Pro one there. When I put this on here, you can see there's actually no gap in between. You don't have that shoulder on the knuckle part that you do on these cheaper varieties, so it works quite well with this one. Locked on there, no real problem. Obviously it goes the other way, it holds on as well, so that's worked quite well, unless you really throw it away. And you can see there it did come away, and what's happened is these 2 little magnets have stayed stuck on the knuckle bar there. So what I'm actually going to have to do is glue these little magnets into place, and hopefully they will hold then. Drop a super glue on them, should be okay. The other style that you get are these knuckle bars with this huge head on there. Again, there's no shoulder, so these will sit on there very easily and lock in place. No problem whatsoever. No gap there. But again, when I take this away, they've stayed in that time. So it seems to be working quite well with this one. Standard ratchet, not that you'd use it on a ratchet, I wouldn't have thought, but again, hold on there. Come away with that time. So yeah, pretty happy with that result. Seems to be working okay. Only time will tell as to how well it lasts. Obviously it's going to attract a bit of dirt with the magnets being in there. I don't think I'll be hammering this into position, but I might have to. I imagine I'll be hitting more on this face. So yeah, all we can do is see how it goes and how I get on with it. But I am pretty happy with the result at this moment in time. Doing it this way, obviously I've left the detent ball inside the head, so that will still work with a standard 3/8 drive socket or accessory, so that's all good. That will be all for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you found it useful, and I'll see you again in the next one.